Hey, SEGways! You know, sometimes I have off days with my job just like anybody else. Sometimes I think to myself, oh god, I've got to edit another Jasko video. But then I just think about my old jobs, and I wasn't getting paid to insult people like I am now. So I'm gonna look at all this like the glass is half full. Yes, this is another Jasko video. But before anybody goes into full panic mode, I won't be doing a full reaction video on Jasko like I did just a week or two ago. In that video, I heavily suspected that Jasko was visiting yet another standard Airbnb and just pretending it's haunted. You know, like pretty much every other Jasko video. And, just like every other Jasko video, it sent me to the brink of insanity.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But now I don't have to suspect where this location is because one of my awesome subscribers found this location. He wishes to remain anonymous and wants to be referred to as Agent F. And the way he found this property was with some real great detective work. Agent F noticed in Jasko's original video an antique stove.
What was that sound I heard? Wanna tell me?
Julie.
Julie? Oh. It sounded like it came from over here. Julie, was that you? You don't think it was coming from here, right? What the fuck? What the hell? What are the odds of that?
I really hope Ben didn't actually break anything on that stove. So this is a Red Cross Tribune stove, and they are pretty unique. Agent F did a Google search for this stove with short-term rentals around the upstate New York area, since Jasko doesn't really like driving too far away from his own home, for the most part. Agent F said that with this new clue, it didn't take him very long to find the property. And here it is. Blue Cottage. There is absolutely nothing to suggest this cottage is haunted whatsoever. I've looked all over and not one claim of any haunting. The description of this property doesn't mention anything about paranormal activity, and not one person who left a review has said anything about this place being haunted. And as we can see from the photos, it is definitely the same property. It costs $183 a night to stay here, which is why Jasko is doing this. Because $183 is way cheaper than staying at a known haunted location. And believe me, I've discovered this firsthand for myself now. So for the record, I would have no problems with Jasko doing this and making his content as corny as he likes, while making up whatever narrative he wants, if he just put fictional entertainment in his video description. Or better yet, as a disclaimer at the start of all of his videos. I know he uses the word entertainment in the about section of his channel, but for me, that is just simply not good enough. I mean, most things you watch on YouTube could be considered entertainment. Most content creators upload with the intention of entertaining the viewer. So personally, I think the word entertainment is far too vague a term. You could still be watching content which is clearly non-fiction and still be considered entertainment. But if you clearly state that your content is fictional entertainment, then that is possibly about as crystal clear as you can get. What I also noticed is that this property isn't actually an Airbnb. It's owned by an elderly couple and they organise the short-term stays through a local real estate company. This does make sense since Airbnb has a rule that clearly states guests cannot film on the properties for commercial purposes without the property owner's permission. Maybe Jasko tries his best to not film most of his content in Airbnbs to dance around this rule. The Cooperstown website does state on their homepage that upon booking, you're required to film out and sign a rental agreement with property specifics for the rental agreement. So this may well have a rule about filming, but obviously I have no idea, I've not read it. I did try and contact the owners of this property, but I didn't hear anything back, which, you know, no big deal. Because all said and done, this rental is clearly not haunted.
Well, duh.
Pretty much none of Jasko's haunted cabin videos are legit. I really do hope more people wake up to this. But wait a minute, there's more. Agent F found yet another cabin that Jasko used in this video where he's getting attacked by demons. Of course. In this video, Jasko states that the owners of the property invited him to investigate.
The reason we picked this cabin specifically was one, the owner did reach out to us, but he reached out to us and saying that there's something evil here.
Which is obviously an outright lie. As you can see from the photos, this is definitely the same property as the one in the Jasko video. And yet again, there is nothing to confirm that this property has any kind of history of paranormal activity. There is nothing in the reviews. There is nothing in the property description. I can't find anything on Google. And if you were to watch this video and see the amount of crazy activity that Jasko gets, for this to only happen to him and nobody else, since nobody that has stayed here has said there's been any kind of activity that Jasko has experienced, I think it's pretty obvious that Jasko's making it all up. This property is also in upstate New York and is also not an Airbnb. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, at this stage, I actually can't be bothered contacting the owners anymore. It's all so obviously fake, and Jasko is so clearly staging absolutely everything. So you'd think that'd be about it, right? But no, yet another property in Jasko's video that is clearly not haunted, but Jasko says there's a demon in there. And here it is. We can see the property is the same in the website as it is in Jasko's video. This property is yet again not an Airbnb and is yet again in upstate New York. And yet again, I cannot find any claims that this place is haunted. There is just one last small detail about this video that I just want to highlight, because Jasko did make a part 1 and a part 2 to this haunted property. At one point in part 1, Jasko witnesses a plate flying off the mantelpiece and smashing on the floor.
Let's be friends.
What the What even? Oh my God. Guys? The plate broke.
In his part 2 video, he says that plate was very expensive.
Last time I was here, there was a plate. Man.
Jody.
Was Jody the man who pushed over the plate and smashed it last time? It was a very expensive plate. It was an antique plate. So,
well, we found the plate. You can buy it off eBay and it costs $31, which I got to admit is still more expensive than any prop I would have imagined Jasko to pay for one of his shitty videos. But there's still more debunking of Jasko. So Agent F, who must be even more of a glutton for punishment than I am, watched yet another Jasko video and found another debunk. So before I go any further here, guys, I really got to say, any kind of accolades for this video all goes to Agent F. Great job, mate, because I could not sit through this much Jasko content. I really couldn't. So in this 3-hour long Jasko video, at the very beginning, Jasko tells his bullshit backstory, which I'm pretty sure at this point he just gets straight out of ChatGPT. He pretty much says that twin girls died in this house.
hearing like little girls giggling in the middle of the night, which is, so there was two twin sisters, and them with the mother, they died in a car accident. This was after they moved out of the house. And it is said that, you know, to this day, they find peace in this house. So that's where they want to resort to and stay.
Later on in the video, Jasko notices this prop in one of the bedrooms.
Oh, that's so cute. We made a wish and 2 came true. That is so cute. Twins, that's what it means.
I don't know how to explain it any clearer than that.
Agent F took notice of this and thought it was very conveniently placed. So after a quick Google search, he discovered that the photos in this picture frame are stock photos for when you go to buy the picture frame. So Jasko bought this picture frame and just kept the stock photos in there to support his narrative that twin girls died in that house. What a dickhead. So that's it, guys. I mean, to be perfectly honest, we all knew Jasko was faking this stuff and just renting out properties and creating a whole BS narrative around it. Jasko's not the most convincing actor in the world, and his storylines are so extreme that surely only children would actually believe them. So with all that being said, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Cheerio!
He's the one you can't deny. Bringing truth to all those fake channels of mine. With a wink and a laugh, he'll make you feel alive.